Opening day has come and gone. We have to do one overreaction for every team in Major League Baseball. This is my favorite video to make. I normally do it on Draft Neck Mark. We're going to do it on the Windup this time. People love to think that opening day is the most important day of the entire year. Opening day is fun, so let's go ahead and take some fun and talk about some overreactions. We had a friend DM us some overreactions on Reddit that were electric, and it kind of sparked the idea of like we should do this on the Windup. I can't wait to hear what's on your mind there, James. Before we get going into it, make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out on any of the baseball content over here on the Windup YouTube channel. We have the podcast feed as well if you want to listen to that. Link is in the description. And let's get going into it, James. But first, we want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, SeatGeek. We finally made it. The baseball season is here, and we can't wait to get to games. I'm sure you can't either. Of course, you need tickets, and that's why we partnered up with SeatGeek. Use our code WINDUP10 for 10% off your next purchase on SeatGeek, whether you're a first-time buyer or not. I mean, seriously, SeatGeek's got over 30 million downloads. It's the #1 rated ticketing app. It's the best. And hey, maybe you don't want to go to a baseball game. There are plenty of other tickets to other events that you can go to, like basketball games, football games, soccer games, comedy events, concerts, and so much more. Our personal favorite feature on SeatGeek is their SeatGeek score. That's where they take tickets on their app and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10 to let you know if you're getting a good deal or not. When buying tickets, if you see a score closer to 10 or a green dot on that seat map, that means it's a good deal. You should buy those tickets right now. If you see tickets with a score closer to 1 or a red or orange circle, that means you can avoid those. You don't need them. Don't buy them. Not a good deal. So again, we got the hookup for you guys over here. Use our code WINDUP10 for 10% off your next purchase on SeatGeek, whether you're a first-time buyer or not. Make sure to click the link in the description, download the app, and hopefully me and James see you at a game soon. Thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to it.
Start in the middle?
Yeah, let's start in the middle. Let's start in the middle of the country, but on the National League, of course.
All right, so you want to start with the Brewers?
Yeah, I think my overreaction for the Brewers is that, one, like, they look really good. Obviously, we know that they're a good baseball team. It was against the Chicago White Sox. I feel like there might be a little, ooh, there goes my mic. I feel like there might be a little bit of overreaction that once they get Churio back, they could be the best team in Major League Baseball again this year. And I don't know about that still.
All right, I was going to go different overreaction. I was thinking a little more player focused. My overreaction is going to be, is Jacob Mizraowski one of the 10 best pitchers in baseball?
Ooh,
Because Miz was outrageous on opening day. I know we were at the Mets game. I don't know if you got to catch a lot of those highlights, but the fastball was 98, and he just lived the top of the zone. Like, he wasn't even throwing strikes, but the stuff was so nasty that they were swinging at everything. Like, he looks like he could be, like, we kind of been hinting at the Jacob Mizraowski ascension, like, on this channel through the offseason. It looks like he could just be a frontline starter, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, that's almost why I didn't lean that for overreactions, because, like, it probably still is a little bit early to the party to say that Jacob Mizraowski could be a top 10 pitcher right now, but also at the same time, no, I know, but also at the same time, is it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you watch him pitch, you're like, oh, this is probably the best stuff in baseball. I think we had that line from the pitcher breakout video where it's like, he could just be Jacob deGrom this year, and I wouldn't really bat an eye.
And he's 6'10", and he throws 102 from 7 feet away. It's all the stuff coming together does make me think that he could be. You know what? I like that overreaction, James, even though I think it's actually fair.
19 fastball whiffs, 25 swings and misses. Last year, that only 14 times the pitcher get 25 swings and misses. I think if you guys did it multiple times, so I didn't want to say 14 pitchers, but 14 times happened all of last year. I think last year, his highest whiff in a game, I want to say it was 21. I'm pulling it out right now, but I did some research for this for an NBC thing the other day. I think that he's just like 38% of his pitches in the strike zone, too, and he still forced 25 swings and misses. Like, that's a very low number to do that.
I guess for the overreaction thing, too, it was against the White Sox, and boy, do they stink.
We'll get to their overreaction once we get to the AL Central, but next team here, you want to do the Cubs?
Yeah, I'm going to do the Cubs. I went Matt Boyd is washed. It's over. It's done. If the Nationals can put up a crooked number on you, I don't know how it gets any better. That team stinks.
So this one's going to be weirdly Marlins because I have tons of reactions for my Marlins.
This is a Marlin stake?
My thing's going to be, did you make one of the biggest mistakes in the trade we've seen in a while, dumping Owen Casey?
Okay, I got like
Owen
that.
Casey had a weekend. You guys been watching my videos. I've been trying to tell everyone about Owen Casey for the last 2 months now. Like, especially the culminating in that walk-off home run on Sunday, it was just like, whoa! Like, this, I noticed the Rockies, tons of brake pumping with the Marlins, which I'm not going to do for overreaction when we get to them. But that guy's a baseball player. And the Cubs had a good weekend as well, but, like, that's like, whoa. You had that for the last 2 years, and he
Cubs lost 2 games to the Nationals. I don't know if I'd call that a good weekend.
The Cubs did
Bad
lose 2 games
weekend.
to the Nationals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. But the win game, and then, they had a good game on Sunday, so back and forth a little bit.
Do you think Matt Boyd is washed, or is it just a bad start?
I think probably just a bad start.
Okay, all right.
I also didn't have a good game on Sunday. Lost on Sunday. It's been a weird 2 days for me. I've been so sick.
Yeah, you've been ripping back and forth too.
I've been ill, but yeah.
Let's go to the Cincinnati Reds, James. What's gonna be your overreaction there?
Sal Stewart, one of the best hitters in baseball.
I knew you were going Sal Stewart, so I went a different way. But yeah,
Sal
I mean,
Stewart's a beast.
he looks so good. He just the quality of contact and the bat to ball skills that he has fits perfectly in that ballpark. Like you don't have to even be that locked in at the plate to put up the numbers that I think he's going to do, and he is that locked in at the plate.
He's got a 700 batting average in 3 games.
Best hitter in baseball.
I like our guy AT on Twitter. He's doing MVP award. He's doing every day so far. I don't know how long he's going to keep this up, but right now Sal Stewart's the MVP of the National League. The other one I was going to do for the Reds, but I want to turn this into a video ourselves, maybe tomorrow, focusing on ABS. I want to say is an ABS overturned striker ball now one of the most electric plays in baseball.
Oh, without a doubt. We were in the stadium for it, and seeing it in the stadium, it's almost like
Yeah!
yeah!
Especially because of how quick it is.
It's so much quicker than it was in spring training, which I think is a huge, huge plus for ABS. And man, how awesome was it to see CB Buckner get like 6 called on him in one game? That guy sucks at his job, and it's finally going to be completely highlighted more than just like the diehard baseball fans.
And it's the way that the umpires are getting a little bit moody about this happening.
So moody.
Especially a guy like Salvador Perez. I think he had like 2 or 3 straight overturn calls in the same part of the zone against Doug Eddings too. And I think Doug actually was a decent umpire, but just like those little tiny little misspots. Derek Shelton got thrown out on Sunday because he overreacted. Did you see this play?
No, I missed that.
It was in the 9th inning. I think it was Josh Bell drew a walk, and then the pitcher ABS'd it. Was it a Bray? No, it wasn't a Bray. They weren't playing. The Twins played the Orioles. It was Helsley. It was Helsley on the mound. And Helsley ABS'd a ball that would have sent Bell to first. I think it would have been bases loaded with 1 out after that. Got overturned. And I think Shelton just ran out. I don't know if it was pure anger or if it was the fact that he thought the ABS call came late, but he got tossed for arguing with the computer.
You need a little bit of that sometimes in your baseball clubhouse. My Reds overreaction is Ellie De La Cruz's ceiling lower than we think.
Maybe it's possible. It's a bad week.
It's a bad week, and I don't think he can take many more at bats right-handed. I really don't think he can.
We've been talking about this for kind of a few years now. Maybe that's just probably how he possibly maybe could get to the next level. But it's there was a lot of the Cruzes had a lot of conversation during opening weekend too. So we'll probably get to that with the Pirates. Yeah, but again, overreaction. Probably don't want to get too deeply into it. It's gonna be a 2-hour video, but it's a fair overreaction.
Yeah, I think that's something that I could see people doing. How about the Pittsburgh Pirates, James? Let's talk about the other Crews.
Pittsburgh Pirates. This will be much more of a broad, general one. Did you build this team the right way? Like watching,
is that overreaction or is that just the truth?
That could just be a reaction, but like, do you now see the layout of this roster when you clogged up Marcell Ozuna as your DH all the way at the end of camp? O'Neal Cruz was on Thursday. That was one of the biggest defensive disasters I've ever seen. The Pirates announcers, because those are old school baseball guys. We love them. They were ripping him on Sunday in the broadcast. A lot of those videos made it onto my timeline about him like lollygagging in a ball after he caught it. But then also now you have nowhere to hide O'Neal Cruz, and then you've had Jared Triolo playing shortstop, which again that's totally fine. But like the defensive alignment on that team could significantly hold them back this year. I think we talked about that a bit, but I think now watching unfold for 3 games, even the Mets, Carlos Mendoza said after the game, our plan was to be aggressive with this team, kind of alluding to the fact that like we don't think they can make plays.
No, and they can't. I mean, we saw it. I know they got to win in the final game of the series, but this is a Pirates team that is going to have to slug their way to winning games because the defense is that bad.
And they really couldn't hit in these 3 games that much, besides Brandon Lau.
Yeah, it took a miracle basically on Sunday to win that one. My overreaction, did WBC hurt Paul Skeens? Is this WBC's fault that Paul Skeens got bumped in the first inning?
I think it's O'Neal Cruz's fault.
It's definitely O'Neal Cruz's fault. But you know that there are some people out there saying, the World Baseball Classic, this bullshit. This is exactly why I didn't want Paul Skeens playing in it.
I mean, him and Logan Webb.
Yeah, those two.
Terrible.
The two big arms there. Noel McClain came out and pitched just fine.
First 2 bad innings, but yeah, then he was just fine.
Last team, St. Louis Cardinals. Is Jordan Walker back?
Damn, that was gonna be mine.
I knew it was good. We had to agree on one of them, and it's of course is Jordan Walker back. And I can't help but believe for a second.
I mean, Jordan Walker. There was a great tweet by my guy Nate Schwartz who writes for Pitches List. I think it was out of Jordan Walker's first 7 at bats. He swung at one of the first 2 pitches 6 times.
Be aggressive.
Just get out there and just go, swing, start playing.
Can't get behind the count if you put the ball in play early.
No, damn straight you can't do that. But yeah, that was mine. I think he also is JJ Weatherholt an animal.
He might be. He might be a dog.
beast.
I know that, again, you like him as a player more so than as a fantasy asset, right? Was your kind of take?
I like him a lot as a player, but I think that he was someone I struggle to see like a monster real life ceiling, mostly because Mason Wynn's going to block him at shortstop. So I saw like an 18 homer, 20 stolen base, like 270 second baseman.
Yeah.
But you might seeing that home run opening day that he took a ball 2 inches off the plate, knocked it 420 straight away center. I might be like, whoa. Like, even though he doesn't have the high bat speed, the high exit velocities, there might, similar to a guy we're going to talk about soon, I'm sure, and Kevin McGonigal, there might just be extra juice in that bat.
Yeah, he's always been a good hitter in college, but I like that neither of us considered that as our overreaction because I think we were both like he's just good.
He's definitely good. Yeah, there's never any doubt who's going to be good. It might be really good.
American League Central we go, James. Let's start off with the Guardians, and I do think that this one is on a tee for us here.
I mean, you go the obvious one. I'll try and get creative with another one.
Chase the Lauder.
Yeah.
What was on Reddit that they said Chase the Lauder will be the passing of the torch from Jose Ramirez, who's probably still got 7 years of baseball left.
I saw someone on Twitter call him Slim Tome.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know what the overreaction should be? It should be like, oh my God, 3 healthy games. How many do we get out of him?
I mean, also the fact that Sunday he finally didn't hit a home run. He still whacked a ball. I think it was the single that broke the combined no-hitter, 111. Like, he looks... And the thing about Chase DeLauder is that, like, the whole prospect world's always loved the guy's talent. Like, his...
I was all over him that year. I was like, the Mets got to buy him. They got to get this guy.
But then I did this again for an NBC video the other day. Since he was drafted, it's 5 or 6 years ago now. 4 years ago, 2021 draft?
I believe it was 2021 or 2022.
The most games ever played, single games of professional seasons, 57.
That's crazy. That's less than the COVID year.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's something that you just can't. It's really, and there's been different parts of his body too. His head, wrist. I think there was a bunch of ankles. Like, there's some soft tissue mixed in there. It's like, but there's always been elite tools, and now it's a lot of confidence the Guardians had, like shoehorning him in number 2 in their lineup ahead of Jose Ramirez. But it's still like, he's really good.
Yeah, he is very good. But I do think we got to pump the brakes of how good he might be at this exact moment this year.
I think he could hit 30 bombs.
If he plays.
Oh, if he actually is healthy the whole season, if he doesn't have more than 2 weeks on the injury list, he could definitely hit 30 bombs.
That's literally the only thing I'm worried about with him.
Yeah, I almost don't even want to do another one. I was going to do like a weird take, like, oh, are the Guardians going away from guards ball? Because I think the Guardians are really trying to put more offense in their lineup in general.
They should.
It definitely didn't work on Sunday. That was Emerson Hancock had nothing. He carved them up for 6 innings, but
they're still the Guardians lineup.
But the fact that they're now making Stephen Kwan play center for the first time in his career, I think that's them being like, okay, like, we want to now stuff these corners. Like, DeLauder and CJ Kafis, like, show me something. Kafis it's been a bit of an adventure for him in left field specifically. And DeLauder DH'd one day to get off his feet. So I do wonder if they're trying to really change the way they're doing things over there.
I think they are, which would be...
Should.
You might as well. You haven't won anything, so...
Yeah.
Where do you want to go next, James?
Tigers.
Kevin McGonigal, go do it.
Is Kevin McGonigal the best hitter in baseball?
Yeah, I know. He looks so good. And it's one of those things, too, where, like, I feel like the underlying numbers would tell us, like, probably shouldn't be, but every time you watch this guy hit, he just does it good every single time.
I love how compact his swing is and how,
It's
like,
quick.
succinct it is to the ball. Like, he can and we talked about this a lot in the offseason. I talked about this on my channel. Like, the way he can get his barrel on balls in different spots is kind of unbelievable. Especially it feels like, too, he has that, like, innate ability, that very different person, player, figure that David Ortiz had, where, like, you're so good at getting your barrel where you want it to go, but you're also really good at the cat and mouse game with the pitcher. Like, there was that long at bat that McGonigal had in Friday night, second game of his career. I think it was off one of the Padres' nasty relievers, where he just, like, or maybe it was Michael King, where he just worked like a 7, 8, 9 pitch at bat, foul ball this, foul ball that. But he always had an idea of what was coming where, and eventually just got the bat hit on and put it where it had to go. Like, he has something that a lot of other people don't. He looks like a potential cornerstone.
He looks so good. I think the hype around the Tigers, both me and you, did you put out your predictions on your channel?
I did bold prediction. That was it.
Okay. I mean, me and you both, I think, accidentally hive mind each other into picking the Tigers to win the World Series. And a big reason why is, like, if this is the Kevin McGonigal they have in this lineup, it's gonna make them really, really tough to beat.
And the fact that Max Clark started at AAA, the fact that, I mean, this rest of this lineup is pretty good as well. Colt Keats come out of the gate blazing hot. Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter, Gleyber Torres, those guys haven't even hit, but this team has still been hitting. Like, this, it looks like there could be some really, really fun stuff with Detroit.
Yeah, and then I guess my overreaction is going to be Framber Valdez, Cy Young. He looked awesome in his start. Like exactly what Framber always does, and everyone for some reason just didn't seem to care.
So interesting too. The Tigers, I think, are going to be a little bit more careful about Framber. We talked a little bit on this channel when Framber was signed. I'm like one of the least viewed videos we've ever had, the Framber reaction. But the fact that this Tigers infield defense is significantly worse than the Astros has been, or at any point over the last few years.
Yeah.
And in Framber's game, they benched. Where I'm trying to find the box score right now. Framber pitched on not Thursday. Oh, he pitched on Friday.
Yeah, Friday. He pitched game 2.
He pitched Friday night game 2. I remember blurbing this for Roto World, but they took Glaber. They DH Glaber because Glaber's had some bad seasons defensively recently. They put Zach McKinstry at second, and they brought in Cole, and they also benched Colt Keith in general. And that was the game McGonigal played shortstop. So it seems like they're going to be a lot more particular. And I think Javi started the game as short, played second, one of the two.
Opening day, he was shortstop, Javi.
Yeah, and then this game he was second, and McGonigal played third. Like they seem like they're going to really be manicuring their infield on a relative game-by-game basis to who's on the mound.
I think it's smart. That's how you should play.
I think that needs a lot of buy-in from the guys on the infield as well to change positions like that. But I think seeing that, I'm like knowing that this guy's going to get a lot of ground balls, and that's his game. Like it's a cool way to game plan.
Definitely. How about the Minnesota Twins, James? What do you got?
Minnesota Twins. I mean, this is kind of a nothing burger team right now.
They are a nothing burger team. I guess my overreaction will be Taj Bradley. Did you figure it out with him? I know he only threw 4 innings, but striking out 9 and 4 and a third. And I don't think he walked anybody, or he walked 3 guys. Okay.
No, he walked a lot of guys.
Yeah, he still walked a lot of guys. But
like inefficient.
At the end of the day, it's like Taj Bradley, when that stuff's cooking, he has some of the best stuff, I feel like, in baseball. It's electric out of his hand. Is this legit? Is this real? My other thing, which is not an overreaction, which would have been more of a reaction, a question, is like fuck you, Twins. Like fuck you. You're so close to being good, and then you just do absolute, like you said, a nothing burger team. Like this is so annoying. This is what's wrong with baseball.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even want to overreact to them because the team is just all right. You guys have a baseball team. The Taj Bradley thing, I'm with you. The fastball was a tick harder than it was last year, and the splitter he's reworked a lot. It had I think 3 or 4 extra inches of depth on it, and he was just Alex Fast had a great tweet about this where he was zoning these like spots, the low and outside against the righties or the lefties, and he was just tunneling those 2 pitches and saying guess and try and hit it, and the hitters could not do it. It's a fun thing to watch him break out, especially because the other guy that got a deadline last year, Mick Abel, got pieced in relief on Sunday. So interesting that it seemed like Abel was kind of ahead of Bradley, and that Bradley seems ahead of Abel. There'll be a fun team to watch, but not really watch.
Yeah, not really. All right, Chicago White Sox, James.
Is Munetaka Murakami that guy?
Is he gonna hit 50 home runs?
This is going to be one of the most amazing, like baseball scouting equations we've ever seen. Because here's 80 grade raw power, 70 grade swing decisions, 20 grade contact.
Yeah.
What will this actually deliver to us over the course of a full season? Because right now it's tons of strikeouts, tons of walks, and tons of homers. And I wonder what OPS that will actually spit out by the time this is all said and done.
Like the guys that we've seen that have been similar to him typically don't actually consistently play well. Like Joey Gallo had great swing decisions. He had great plate discipline. He had elite power. It was an incredible little run for a couple seasons, and then he got to the Yankees and completely fell off a cliff. These things don't really ever even out. So is it just going to be... Is it going to be like, I'm not saying he's Kyle Schwarber, but is it going to be like the Kyle Schwarber years where it's like he'll hit 180, but he'll have 45 home runs? Are we going to see actually just a really good hitter because the swing decisions are that good? But, I mean, we can't deny and say that it's not pretty awesome to watch him hit 3 home runs in the first 3 games.
No, it's ridiculous. He's running almost like a 40% walk rate.
It's impressive.
Like, this was something I did shout out about him where all the in-zone contact stuff is terrible, but if you take his in-zone swing rate and chase rate from the MPB last year, it lined up with some of the best swing decisions in all of Major League Baseball. It was like him, Corey Seager. I mean, Dansby sometimes he goes in and out, but their rates were kind of similar. Semyon's usually makes very good swing decisions. Him and Murakami's were similar. And you add the elite bat speed, like the way he could pull and lift, like it's actually a recipe that might work. And also just because we had the same one. Colson Montgomery might be him as fuck.
That's your guy.
I love Colson Montgomery. I don't know why he doesn't get more acclaim in the world. I know he had the first 2 not so good games. He rocked the world on Sunday. He's still playing great defense at short. Like, I think if Colson Montgomery had a better PR team, like, we could be having conversations about him, like, as Ellie De La Cruz in, like, 3 months.
All right, James, last team in the AL Central, your Kansas City Royals. What's your overreaction?
I mean, I don't even know if there's an overreaction or an underreaction, but, like, is Carlos Esteves' career over?
I mean, it feels like it might be.
I mean, now he has a bum ankle, so if he actually has a rolled ankle and he can't plant, like maybe that's a piece of this. But what he went out and did on Saturday night against the Braves, and what Matt Quatrado threw him in there to do, that's kind of like, what's that analogy that Pam gave before the Michael Scott Paper Company? Is that if the toddler gets behind the wheel of the car and drives, do you blame the toddler or do you blame the parent that wasn't paying attention?
It's
like
the parent who wasn't paying attention.
You watched all spring. He's throwing 89 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like there was no break in the action. There was nothing actually going on there. Like unless he was saying, I'm flipping the switch. Then you go to a bullpen. You say, throw 97 right now.
Everyone on the planet saw it. Everyone.
It felt just very, like painfully obvious like the entire time. So then to see this happen, it was just like, oh no. Like that grand slam that Dom Smith hit. Really feel good situation. Dom Smith's mom just passed away. Him and his mom were very close. So close that they apparently allegedly lived together during his first couple years of pro ball.
Yeah.
But the pitch that he hit out looked like one of the easiest pitches I've ever seen hit in my life. Like that was just a slide.
That was BP.
Oh my god! Like that. Like if you were throwing home run derby, you'd say, "I want that pitch here every time." It was just that was rough. But he looks cooked. Luckily, Lucas Erceg looks like he's turned back the clock and he's 2024. Lucas Erceg again. He's sitting 100. He looks nasty, so he could just be a lockdown closer. But Stevis might be done.
Yeah, my overreaction is going to be: Are the Royals maybe bad? Is there a world that this is a bad team? And the reason I say this is, one, some of the lineups they've thrown out, pretty insane. They hit Lane Thomas third the other night by choice. Lane Thomas was cut by multiple teams last year. He was horrible last season. I don't think there's anything underlying either that tells you Lane Thomas should ever be hitting third. And one of the big reasons as to why they hit Lane Thomas third in that game, Chris Sale was on the mound, so they wanted him to face the lefty. Get it. Lane Thomas hits lefties better than right-handed pitching. But they said so that when they have to sub him out later in the game, the guy who he'd be subbed out for would normally be hitting in that spot. That is so fucking backwards stupid. Could you imagine that? That's thinking way too hard. And when you're thinking that hard, I actually think you're an idiot.
Yeah, your galaxy brain trying to get Lane Thomas at bats against Chris Sale. We're like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, it's not even about getting him at bats against Chris Sale. You're thinking so far ahead that you want to make sure that when you sub Lane Thomas out, you have that hitter then hitting third. That's crazy to me. And also, like, I mean, Jonathan India is just like playing every single day. Like he's terrible. He's done. There's nothing there. Why does he keep getting run?
Also, is Michael Garcia going to have a WBC hangover? But we're very far away from that overreaction.
Yeah, all right. That's the AL Central. We got the Central done. Don't say we never did anything for you, Central fans. Now we're going back to the best coast, the East Coast. Start off in the National League East. Our favorite team, the New York Mets. James, mine is going to be Bo Bichette was the worst signing of the free agency. Like, he's not had almost any redeeming qualities in these first 3 games. Again, this is why it's an overreaction. I think he's going to be just fine. The only thing that I will not overreact to is he cannot play third base, and it is a bad decision to have him play third base.
Yeah, my overreaction was going to be basically he just can't play third base. But with the bat, he's been terrible. He's like 11 strikeouts and 11 plate appearances, 7 strikeouts, 11 plate appearances, just 1 hit. Tons of opportunities to kind of score in position. Hasn't come through in any of them. Like it's kind of getting a little dicey. I don't really have another strong overreaction for the Mets, truthfully.
Luis Robert is back. Like,
that could be one. But we knew that. I'm not overreacting to that.
That's the truth.
That was obvious. Yeah. That man looks reborn. He looks rejuvenated. I don't think I've ever seen someone play baseball with more joy and jubilation.
Well, imagine if you played for the White Sox willingly, and then again, all your friends get taken away from you. You look around where they all go, and the next guy, the best guy next to you is Andrew Benintendi, your arch nemesis. So,
I mean, I don't know. It feels like this Mets team is just kind of solid. It's hard to overreact to much besides Bo Bichette right now.
Yeah, I agree. All right, how about
actually, there could be one more overreaction. I don't want to put this on the airways, but I'm going to say it quick, and then we're going to move on.
Yeah, go quick.
Maybe Juan Soto, Cisco and Lindor really don't like each other.
Okay, good one. Next, Philadelphia Phillies. What do you got?
Overreaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Did you see? I mean, I don't know if this is my overreaction yet, but did you see some of the Philly fans like talking about Adolis Garcia today?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't think they're used to having like an ethnic baseball player in their team. So I think now that they have one, they're not really sure how to react. Usually it's like Trey and Bryson and Alec and Kyle.
I do believe he is either the first since the 1970s Cuban player to play for the Phillies.
That literally can't be possible.
I saw it on Twitter today. It's either since the 1970s or he is the first Cuban player to play for the Philadelphia Phillies.
How'd that happen? I guess my overreaction would be something I was just calling for. Like in general, like what if Jesus Luzardo is not the guy that you saw last year?
That's just what I put. Jesus Luzardo stinks again.
Yeah, like he had a bad game on Sunday and it really started out with he just could not place a fastball to save his life.
Which has been a thing that's happened for him many times throughout his career.
He's been very inconsistent this entire time, and you just pay them a fat bag, and now it's like, oh, okay. When the other overreaction, just be nice to you guys, Phillies fans. Christopher Sanchez might be a top. He might be on the tier with Crochet, Scooble, Skeens.
Yeah,
like he
so
looked
good.
outrageous on opening day. Outrageous.
Yeah, I think he might be the fourth best pitcher in all of Major League Baseball.
Can we do the Braves?
Yeah.
My overreaction. Ready for this?
Yeah.
What if it's Michael Harris's time?
As in, he's good?
I think Michael Harris might be good.
Do you think he's going to take the step forward? They're willingly batting him like ninth.
I think that's fine. I think take the pressure off him. Don't let him think about anything. Michael Harris, I hinted at it when we did a couple of episodes before, right after spring training. He really cut that swing rate, that swing strike rate during the spring. And when you find teeny tiny signals like that, I think maybe. And he still hasn't, I don't think he's drawn a walk yet in 3 games this season. So again, probably not going to happen. But we're overreacting. And watching Michael Harris like just swing the bat with reckless abandon, but making as much contact as he has, like I'm like, wow, this guy looks like a ball player.
Yeah, I know we know I'm a Braves hater, and I think they're going to stink this year. But I'll give them a positive overreaction. Dom Smith saved the season. They needed another bat in that lineup because we know the bottom half of it's weak. Who comes along and saves their season? Dom Smith redemption tour in the NL East once again. I'm happy for Dom. I really hope it doesn't happen with the Braves.
Yeah, also, this is not an overreaction, but I have to say it. Like, Drake Baldwin might be one of the best. I won't even say catchers. Just Drake Baldwin, by the end of the season, we could be like, that's like a top 25 hitter in baseball.
He's awesome. I love Drake Baldwin. I hate that he's on the Braves.
There's no issues. There's no holes. He lefty, popped a homer off of Cole Reagans. Like, watching this fully healthy Braves lineup tear through Cole Reagans, I was like, damn. I don't want these guys to make it like this.
That also could have been an overreaction for the Royals, too. Cole Reagans looked horrible.
He did look terrible. He looked pretty bad. This Braves lineup this Braves lineup, when they're fully healthy, I know 8-9 is going to be a mess, but like 1 through 7, my boy Mike Yastrzemski, what a weekend for him. I mean, all Mike does is hit right-handed pitching. And you know what he's going to do? Hit right-handed pitching.
How about the Washington Nationals? I'm going to say Joey Weimer, all-star. I don't think he's gotten out technically this season.
Changed his swing a lot. You notice that?
That's my guy. That was my dude in the 2020 draft. I think he was a 5th-round pick by the Brewers out of University of Cincinnati. 3 things
that
Joey.
Was first-round pick.
No, late. He was late in that draft. 3 things Joey Weimer's always done: hit ball hard, run fast, throw ball hard. I like those things. I'm happy for Joey. He followed me instantly after I loved him from the draft. That's one of my guys. Hope he does well with the Nationals. Put him on the All-Star team this year.
First-round pick out of University of Cincinnati. Yeah, I saw someone. I think
first round, 5th round.
Fourth round. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
$150,000 signing bonus. Derek Van Riper, who's a Brewers fan, a huge fantasy baseball content creator, he was talking about a big swing change, like a setup change for Joey Weimer, where he really just calmed down instead of doing all the herky-jerky stuff and looks very natural. I'm going to go the other side. James Wood there's something might have gone wrong with James Wood.
Something chemically wrong?
Maybe he's depressed. I don't really know, but like he's looked. And I don't like it. I hate saying a player looks uninterested, but like watching a few of his plate appearances, he's just doesn't feel like he's competing pitch after pitch the way you would want someone to.
I think that's fair. I think the way to phrase that is better than calling lazy is that it doesn't. His at bats don't look competitive right now.
It's just, again, it looks like a player right now that's like kind of sometimes taking pitches off, not being completely locked in on everything.
Which don't love that. He's very talented, but the Nationals need him to be locked in.
And I'll give Nationals fans, I'll throw you guys one more bone. Like, Nasim Nunez might be the next Andres Jimenez.
Okay, there it is. There's one of we haven't done that in a while. Nasim Nunez could be the Shohei Ohtani of Andres Jimenez.
Like that was me Bill Simmonsing out for a second, but when he moved to shortstop that game, that C.J. Abrams missed for a death in the family, so shout out to Abrams. But he contorted his body in a way to make a play at the middle of shortstop and then make a throw like as he spun around. Like I was like, yeah, you might be playing the wrong sport, dude. Like I don't know how you do that.
He for sure can't hit, but he's going to be an awesome fielder and run the bases really well.
He's like the kind of fun little ball player that as a young, hungry team like the Nationals, who you did win 2 out of 3 from the Cubs, one of our favorite teams in the National League. Like that's the kind of thing where you're like, all right, I want to see guys like you like really make something happen.
Yeah, prove that you're a major leaguer for the rest of your career. It's a year that he can earn it.
Marlins.
What is it going to be about Owen Casey, James?
I already did Owen Casey for my Cubs overreactions. I don't want to hit Owen Casey again, but Owen Casey coming off the bench again on Sunday and hitting the walk-off home run, hitting a nice left-on-left 2-strike double on Friday night. Like, this guy's a baseball player. My overreaction is, organizationally, did the switch flip?
Possibly.
Something happened with this Marlins team middle of last summer, and they put themselves on a roll. And it just felt like the ball was bouncing right. Guys were doing the right things consistently. The baseball became very, very clean for an organization where the baseball, I feel like, hasn't been clean for a long time.
Well, remember when the Mets played them earlier on in the year and we watched them? We're like,
You're like,
uh-oh, this is bad. We thought it was going to be catastrophic because they weren't playing clean baseball. They weren't doing the little things. Now the Marlins are playing clean baseball. They are doing all the little things. And now they got a little pop, too, with guys like Owen Casey hitting bombs.
Owen Casey's really good. Augustine Ramirez had a really good weekend. My guy Ada Lopez on base left and right. Like there's a little something happening with this Marlins team. And also Sandy had a great start. Yuri looked amazing. Again, they played the Rockies at home. So I want to say that.
Everything's an overreaction when you play the
Get
Rockies.
that out of the way. They play the Rockies at home. So everyone consider that for a second. But like even on Sunday, that Owen Casey home run, there was a minute crowd pop at Lone Depot Park.
There was like 7,000 people that went, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There were actually enough people in the stands for the first time besides the World Baseball Classic ever since they opened the building, basically.
Miami is a baseball city. Everyone in that city loves baseball, so it's just got to get the people in the door.
Similar to how we've spoken about the fact that baseball needed to maintain their momentum after the World Series and the World Baseball Classic, probably a big deal for that building to maintain some momentum after the World Baseball Classic because there are a lot of people in that city who just filled it up for a week straight. So get them to one of these games.
My overreaction was giving Marlins wild card. Is that overreaction?
That's what I'm saying.
It was the Rockies again. It's the Rockies. That's why I think that's an overreaction, but something to think about.
The guys are hitting the ball hard. Davison de Los Santos hitting the ball hard.
Always hit the ball hard.
Griffin Conant's hitting the ball hard. Like they might have found a player archetype they're able to work with and able to get something out of and like really possibly solve this problem they've had for a long time of actually getting guys to hit in that park.
AL East.
Yankees?
Yeah, let's start with the Yankees.
Is it time?
Is it?
I'm saying, like, overreaction is you're the best team in baseball.
Yeah, I guess that would be the overreaction.
Right? Like, is that fair overreaction? Like, I think, or here's the overreaction. Like, the bullpen pieces might have fused together.
Yeah.
Like, there were some moments this weekend. The Giants, I don't know what's going on with that team. Can't wait to talk about them.
I got a lot to say about them.
But, like, that bullpen had moments of dominance against that lineup. Like, Jake Bird, after an up-down, just pumping fastballs and sinkers. Like Tim Hill looks like his devilish self. Our guy Bednar is a monster. Like this Yankee bullpen might have some sauce.
Can I have my overreaction, which is that Yankees are better with Jose Caballero at shortstop than Anthony Volpe? Is that an overreaction?
It's the coldest reaction
That's
ever.
Cold? That's not a hot take?
I don't think it's a hot take at all. I think 85% Yankee fans would agree with you.
Yeah, but that's also the problem, isn't it?
I guess also this is an overreaction because it was this way last year, but this still might be like the best lineup in baseball.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Judge is like striking out at a crazy rate right now in the first.
Remember, he did this last year too in April.
I think he might just be a slow starter, and his slow start is like, what if I just have like a 900 OPS for the first month?
Like Giancarlo
looks good.
Like, why do we get these reports in February and March about Giancarlo Stanton that like he's got double tennis elbow, he can't open a bag of chips.
Can't open a bag of chips is crazy.
And then like he uncorks the hardest bat ball I've ever seen in my life. Like, how old is he now? Like, why is he's 36 years old. How does he still have 80-mile-an-hour bat speed? Like, what's Giancarlo's regimen? Like, this is nuts.
Here's the one thing I'm also going to say, too, about this Yankees team. And I saw someone tweet Cam Schlittler because he's like, they kept doubting us. We can't do a fucking whole season of this, Cam. Like, no one doubted the Yankees. The Yankees are considered to be one of the 3 best teams in baseball by basically everybody in baseball. Don't do this for the whole year. You're going to become very unlikable.
I will say Friday night feels like a lifetime ago to me. The overreaction might be Cam Schlittler's a top 20 pitcher in baseball.
Because he did look sick.
Cam Schlittler, he's now broadening his sinker to go against his fastball for the left-handed hitters. The cutter looks awesome. It's Lance Brazowski reported that he's now basically throwing the exact same pitch specs with a slight grip change as the old-school Corbin Burns hard cutter.
Ooh.
Like, if this fuses together for Cam Schlittler, it's like him and the Mets and the Yankees having Schlittler and McClain atop these rotations. Like, that's a fun little side story in baseball right now.
That's baseball right there. How about for the Boston Red Sox? What do you got?
I mean, my big one heading into the season was, do you actually have enough offense? And I think after this opening weekend that you played in Cincinnati against not, the best pitchers in the world, not a lot of crooked numbers for this Red Sox lineup. And I think the overreaction might be, is your lineup good enough to take you where you want to go?
See, I'm going to go the opposite. Marcelo Meyer's fucking good. Marcelo Meyer's
Okay.
going to be a doubles machine. He got a couple doubles. He's swinging the bat well. I think he's making pretty good swing decisions as well. He's going to strike out a bit. I don't think he's ever going to be like a super, super high on base guy by any means. But I think Marcelo Meyer, I'm just going to say, like, is going to be the second baseman the entire year as long as he's healthy. What I saw this weekend leads me to believe in him even more than I already did.
And then obligatory, not overreaction because we both expected it, but Willie Abreu is about to be dude and a half.
Yeah, Willie Abreu is going to go under the radar dude and a half because Roman Anthony is also just as good as we all expected.
I want to shout out my homie Bob from Ohio. Didn't go to Ohio State, but high school best friends of one of my best friends from Ohio State. Baseball guy through and through. Weirdly, a Red Sox fan. Family's from Massachusetts, but lived in Columbus. Texted me today. I hadn't talked to Bob in months. If not almost a full year, besides like a random this and that, how you doing back and forth. No true conversations in a while. I hope he watches the show. Random, but had to text you. Willier can flat out rake right now. So much fun to watch. That 9-pitch at bat to the 2-run bomb was incredible. Talking about his big home run on Sunday against the Reds. Like Willier Bray is another guy like taking that World Baseball Classic momentum. Like it's kind of no stopping. And he's a huge linchpin in this Red Sox lineup because
It's a massive piece.
I'm gonna just read you the names how they had lined up their starting 9 on Sunday, and you tell me where you think this drops off. Roman Anthony, Trevor Story, Jarren Duran, Wilson Contreras, Willier Abreu, Caleb Durbin,
Dropped
Masataka
off.
Yoshida, yeah, Marcelo Meyer, Connor Wong. It's like, all right, Willier Abreu is very important to lengthen that lineup to 5. So get ready to go.
I'm also just going to throw this out there. When are we going to start having the conversation that Aroldis Chapman's the best closer of all time?
Yeah, maybe, possibly.
This stuff's crazy. How is he
I-
doing this at 38?
I'll say this: you can never. I don't think there's ever going to be another best closer of all time.
Yeah, I know. It's always going to be Mariano. That's why it's
Yeah.
an overreaction.
It's true overreaction.
Because he's, man, what if Mariano got the 100%, Aroldis Chapman's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Can we do Blue Jays?
Yeah, let's do Blue Jays.
Are you officially a Devil Magic team? That's my overreaction. I guess we're asking these as questions like we're on Jeopardy. I guess my overreaction is the Blue Jays are officially a Devil Magic team.
Yeah, you were doing Jeopardy there.
I was Jeopardying the whole time.
Yeah, they are a Devil Magic team. I don't know how they keep doing it, but they keep doing it. Is it just swing speed?
It's the pitching this week. I was even more focused on that. Like Kevin Gausman came out, it was like 20 swings and misses. I think 10 or 11 strikeouts opening
11.
night, Friday night. 11. Dylan Cease had the most dominant outing I think of his entire career.
12
It still was
strikeouts, 5 1/3.
it was still classic Cease where he couldn't get through the 6th inning, but the way that they've reworked his repertoire, finally for the first time in his whole career, Dylan Cease has been a 2-pitch pitcher forever. He's been with 2 different organizations, like 3 or 4 different pitching coaches. No one's ever been able to extend his repertoire. The fact that he spent a few months now with the Toronto Blue Jays, he threw more sinkers and 4-seam fastballs against the righties. He finally had a workable changeup for the first time in his career. He had a slider variation. He was throwing a little bit more. And then on Sunday, to top this whole thing off, Eric Lauer is 9 strikeouts, 17 swings and misses.
Well, that's my overreaction would be the Blue Jays are cheating.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
How
no,
are
I
they
think
doing this?
the Blue Jays are like 6 weeks of really good baseball away from us being like, this is a team that has figured everything out.
Yes. It says trying to reconnect. Make sure you have internet connection. What is happening with my fucking stuff? I guess I'm back.
Yeah, maybe just jump back in.
Yeah. No, I think we're fine.
No, just talk through it like this.
Oh, I thought you meant like leave and come back in.
Oh no, like
Yeah.
restart the conversation.
Where did you end?
I was saying the pitching stuff. Maybe just allude to their hitting real quick, and then we'll get out of here.
I mean, even on the hitting side, the fact that Ernie Clement just keeps hitting, the fact that Andres Jimenez hit well ever is crazy.
Yeah, a 4-hit game is like that's the kind of it's usually 2 weeks of play.
Yeah, that's kind of devil magic-y. And my boy Kazuma Okamoto, I love what I'm seeing out of him so far. He looks like a ball player.
That little opposite field home run he hit, that was a real. Let me get the bat speed on that real quick. I'm on that page.
He's just it doesn't make sense for this, but he's a hooper, Kazuma.
He is 420 feet to right center field from the right-handed hitter, off of Luis Morales, who's a bit of a hard thrower. 78-mile-an-hour swing speed,
That's sick.
that's 110 exit velocity. Like there was again, kind of the reports back and forth that the raw power wasn't real. Like a little bit of digging, I figured out the raw power was real on my channel, and then it was like, oh. This series. And have you seen the Jesus Sanchez stuff?
No, what'd they do with him?
Hasn't struck out yet.
Whoa.
And they've completely changed his swing where his bat used to be horizontal and now he's way more upright. He's a little bit more still before he comes to the plate and he's getting more upright, bat's more upright, much quicker to the ball. Hasn't struck out yet this season.
We'll never give up on Jesus Sanchez.
He hit second on Sunday.
I saw that. Well, they do that. That's the Nathan Lucas spot where like
Do you know which two guys have nothing in common?
Nathan Lucas and Jesus Sanchez.
Nothing in common. If you could fuse them,
I don't know. I don't know if they'd be any better than they already are.
I don't know. If you give me like Nathan Lucas's like baseball rattiness and all of
Sure.
Jesus Sanchez's physical, true, raw, God-given ability.
Like there goes the mic. The Blue Jays choose to hit Nathan Lucas second for no reason. Just vibes.
Takes a good at bat.
Just vibes. They have
Takes
so
good
many
at bat.
better hitters.
That also might be a thing. Again, like we don't know what goes on in these like clubhouses, but Vlad might be like, I like hitting third.
There's a chance, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the other thing about this Blue Jays, and my bold prediction, I said they're going to miss the playoffs. I feel dumb about that now. But Blue Jays fans ripped me for saying Barger and Varsho were huge boomer busts, like low floors, high ceilings. People are like, oh, these guys haven't been inconsistent at all. They happen. They will be, but swing and miss. We'll see. This Blue Jays team though looks disgustingly good, and I'm excited to watch them.
No, they do look really good. How about your Orioles, James? You had them ranked very high going into the offseason.
Yeah, nothing good for his weekend for my Orioles. I guess overreaction is Ryan Helsley just one of the best closers in baseball. Ryan Helsley one of the best closers in baseball again.
Okay.
No blip, came back, looked elite. He threw the new splitter a bit on opening day. He didn't throw it on Sunday. Like this, he looks like he's totally ready to rock.
My overreaction is going to be, do I want to go young guy or do I want to go with Pete Alonso? Let me think about this one.
Do whichever.
I'll do Pete just for the vibes. Did you completely overpay for Pete Alonso? Like, why did you buy this?
He also already DH'd on Sunday.
Yeah, that's not great.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, if you think he's going to hit like he's going to hit, the bat speed's been really good through a few games, so like maybe it's all still just there. But
The other one is Kobe Mayo looks bad.
does he?
It doesn't look particularly great.
He had a couple hits on Sunday. I was actually wrong. I was looking at Pete Alonso's 2025 bat speed. So far, and not enough swings to be a real
Yes, of
true
course.
sample, but enough to show you something. He's got low swing speed and really bad contact rates.
Yeah, what? Why are you changing the player that Pete Alonso is, or why is Pete Alonso changing the player that he is? You got paid now. Fucking have some fun.
Maybe I was a little bit overzealous on this lineup, but also we haven't seen Gunnar Henderson or Taylor Ward hit. We know those guys are going to lock in and be fine.
This is overreaction. We don't believe it.
Overreaction video.
Who do we got left? The Rays?
Yeah, the Rays.
Are the Rays all right?
My overreaction is like you might. This might be the worst bottom of the lineup I've ever seen.
But
they've hit.
yeah, but they've hit. Like I
Yeah.
feel like, man, they're going to be such a good 81 win team this year. It's crazy. They're lock them in for 81-81. Junior Camanero's doing everything except hitting home runs right now, but he looks awesome.
So how about this? Because I ranked them as one of my top 5 bullpens heading into season. Overreactions, your bullpen might be ass.
Thank you.
My boy Griffin, 3 games. My boy Griffin Jacks, I don't know. He saves 2 games in a row. Like, what the hell, man?
It's because he's not patriotic.
that's
For
true.
WBC. Got it. The WBC guys have not looked good, by the way. That's one thing that's happening.
Also, did you see the lineup they drew up on Sunday?
Yeah.
Did you see who hit third?
Was that Ben Williamson? No, that was Jake Fraley.
No.
No, but Jake Fraley did hit third in one of these games.
All right, so Fraley was scratched, so maybe they just wanted to keep the same lineup alignment, but it was Cedric Mullins.
Ugh.
He hit third, Caminero hit fourth. Also, Ben Williamson looks amazing. Maybe that's the overreaction. Like, the Rays did it again.
They did
fixed
it
Ben
again.
Williamson.
Cinema.
I mean, because he did. When I saw that second 425-foot home run in the spring, I was like, oh, I think it actually could happen.
Yeah, he looks pretty good so far. But this Rays team definitely, they have some really, really, really bad players in this lineup every day.
All right, now to the West and to the West divisions.
Yes, National League West. I'm starting with the Dodgers. The Trumpets suck. The Trumpets are horrible. No disrespect to the woman who was doing the Trumpets live at the game. They are dead. And we kind of said this last year with the Mets, that Edwin had to, I think, drop the Trumpets at one point. I think he's got to get rid of them. The Dodgers fans got no juice with them. If you're a Dodgers fan saying the Trumpets are sick, you're lying to yourself. The Trumpets will never be cool again.
No, I mean, you could say a lot of things when you compare the Mets and the Dodgers. Dodgers fans love to get in here and talk shit about us because we're Mets fans.
Yes.
Dodgers, again, on the field, front office, it's one of the most
Incredible.
well-run organizations I think we've ever seen in baseball. You want to talk about marketing ploys and schemes? You don't even hold a candle to the Mets.
Not even close.
You have no idea how to promote bullshit like the Mets do. And I
Yeah.
think we're learning that firsthand right now. My one about the Dodgers were, did you get a little too old? Did you let this lineup get a little bit too old? And again, it's early in the season, but it's kind of something we've been brewing on for a while. Why the Kyle Tucker signing, I think, was actually a huge deal for them when everyone was like, oh, it's Kevin Durant, which I made that joke on Twitter, so hand up on that one. But, like, there's just, when you look up and down a lineup of this many guys in their 30s, you're like, you might need a little bit of youth.
Yeah, it just a little spark plug every once in a while. But also we know that it's going to naturally come because they're going to play everybody 120 games this year max.
Yeah, but there's no like upper minor spark plug for them right now.
Yes and no. I don't know. Like Alex Freeland looks all right so far.
He does look fine. But like, did you also this weird side note? So Gavin Lux got married last weekend, right before the season started.
Where are we going with this?
All of the Dodgers. His whole wedding was the Dodgers.
Huh.
Freddie Freeman did the worm. That video went around Twitter.
Oh, that's from Gavin Lux's wedding?
Unless this was an old wedding video that surfaced, but I saw it was Gavin Lux's wedding. And I saw
Okay.
Freddie Freeman that Dave Roberts was going crazy. Like, it was a very Dodgers-heavy wedding.
That makes sense. I mean, he spent a lot of his career there.
He did, but not with Freddie Freeman.
True.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like he'd be like, all the Oklahoma City guys, like, get out here to this wedding, but not.
Get James Outman out there.
Yeah, those two have a great time together. But that's, I mean, that my Dodgers thing is like, like watching them a little bit, it's like there was a lack of dynamism.
Yeah, in my overreaction.
Which I'm sure will come, but that's
the
again,
Trumpets suck. They're over. Kill them.
That's not an overreaction. It's a good reaction.
Giants. I'm going to have some fun with this one. Does Tony Vitello make it through the full season? Which, again, I guess we're playing Jeopardy again. Tony Vitello doesn't make it through the full season.
There's the overreaction.
There's the overreaction.
It's going to be a funny Jeopardy video. Did you see the Robbie Ray quote?
No.
He said like something along the lines of, we're big leaguers.
I mean, they're not playing like big leaguers. They're not showing up to the field ready to play like big leaguers. It feels like a team that is very, very, very unprepared, not just from the on-field standpoint, but even from like the knowing what the other team's got standpoint. They looked lost, confused, and uncomfortable.
It's just, Tony Vitello was still seemed like approaching like press conferences and things he's saying like it's a college baseball like rah-rah kind of mood and emotion. Like after that, for those first two games, the Giants didn't score a run, which very funny. Shout out to the Giants for having a terrible opening day and then naming their next game opening day again. I thought that was a really, really savvy move by them. But
good marketing.
Great marketing. Can't talk about that right there. Tony Vitello was like, yeah, the guy's not hitting. That's on me. Like, I thought we were holding it back. Like, no, it's not, dude. Like, it's okay.
Like Robbie Ray said, we're big leaguers.
Just we're good. We'll get him tomorrow. Just say that.
Yeah, it's a little bit a little strange, and right now I just my overreactions might be in over his skis.
I think that the mood and the tenor for like just kind of the aura around that team has felt weird. This was the post game comment. This is from Steven Risotto. It's an elite name.
Great name.
Tony Vitello mentioned the emotional level for the Giants has been too high, perhaps from a speech he made a few days ago. Robbie Ray downplayed that, saying, we're all major league players here.
Yeah, also, like, Tony Vitello crediting his own speech is cringe.
Yeah, you know the problem with this team is I got them too hyped up. On me.
Yeah, that's on me. I shouldn't have given such a good speech.
It's a college baseball
Where's
guy
Drew
comment.
Gilbert? That's what they need.
He's there.
No, yeah, well, he's not
Him
there.
and Matt Chapman are funny as hell.
They
are
are
like,
funny, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of homoerotic.
So wait, what's your overreaction?
Same thing. Tony Vitello is not ready.
Yeah, that's fair. Arizona Diamondbacks.
Maybe you need two halves of a roster.
Yeah, possible. A full roster.
Again.
What you call a full roster?
Yeah, that's not really an overreaction. Overreaction is Jonathan Loaiza's back.
Ooh, what a niche overreaction.
Stuff is dancing again. Changeup looks nice. Ripping off that knuckle curve. Like I've liked seeing Jonathan Loaiza, and he's the guy who I think will rise up in this Diamondbacks bullpen.
Oh.
But maybe the overreaction is like this team is bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say my overreaction is gonna be that Nolan Arenado doesn't make it to June.
He looks dreadful.
He looks like if someone was 50 years old and trying to play Major League Baseball, and that pains me. I love Nolan Arenado, one of my favorite players. He was so awesome with the Rockies. He was even great for a couple years with the Cardinals. But wow, does he not even look? I mean, he's playing so bad. I'm like, is he sick? Is he okay? Like, he's moving at a speed that I've never really seen before from an athlete.
We'll also tie this in with a little bit of the Mets, but I think the Handmade Bone crew came back a little too soon.
A little fast.
Yeah, like Corbin Carroll playing a spring training game March 15th. That was sick, but also like
Probably
could have just taken 2 more weeks, dude.
Yeah, it did not look good.
No, we get 3 games. Overreaction.
Colorado Rockies. My overreaction will be, do they win 40 games? They don't win 40 games. I did the Jeopardy thing again. They don't win 40 games.
Yeah, we're trapped in the Jeopardy thing. I mean, overreaction. Like, it's kind of hard to overreact of how bad we expect this team to be. But this, again, will be the worst baseball team of all time.
Positive overreaction. Ezequiel Tovar is an awesome shortstop.
Yes, I mean, I think Ezequiel Tovar is a guy that profiles like a monster step could be taken. But I told you I was excited to watch this team, see if like any different kind of stuff would be happening. 3 games, I haven't noticed any different stuff. I'm now not excited to watch them anymore.
They're just losing better.
Kind of. I mean, they lost close games to the Marlins, so maybe that's the overreaction. We're overreacting to everything with the Marlins.
I heard Paul DePodesta go on MLB Network and talk about using Coors Field to their advantage. It's like,
I told you that the other day.
yeah, no, but
On
then
the
I
channel.
watched him on MLB Network talk about what moves they made to use Coors Field. He's like bringing in Jake McCarthy, having a lot of high contact guys like Willie Castro. I'm like, I think you're building a bad baseball team.
Yeah,
These are guys that nobody else wanted. It's not because you found this inefficiency.
I'm sure they're down to just build a bad baseball team for a few more years. It's
Yeah.
been so long anyway. Like, what's another actual few years of tanking going
Trying
to
to
do?
convince people that Jake McCarthy is a good pickup because of Coors is big was crazy.
I mean, he's actually the one guy who had a decent series this weekend, but it's
Did he?
rough. I'm pretty sure he did. I think James Oh no, terrible, awful
He's
series.
horrible.
Who's he thinking about?
TJ
I was thinking-
Rumfield, good series.
Rumfield's got a little bad at ball quality. I was thinking about Beck. Beck looks good.
Yes. San Diego Padres, last team in the NL West, James.
Here's the overreaction. Mason Miller now has the best entrance in baseball.
What's his entrance?
Corn.
Corn. Ooh, I like that. That's metal, bro.
That's like big time. I'm a middle of the country white boy entrance.
Yeah, that's.
But that was elite. It was like watching him come out. Like I was jacked up watching. He threw 104, so I was like, yeah, I think it works.
Yeah, no, I like that. My overreaction is going to be that Nick Castellanos is poisoning this team.
I mean, elaborate.
I don't know. He has such bad vibes right now. I can't imagine bringing him into a team that feels a little tight just because there's a lot of expectations, but also they got no help. I don't know how Nick Castellanos actually helps this team for even a second. I have no clue.
I mean, as a designated hitter, he's probably a little bit better than Miguel Andujar. Maybe they're like basically the same.
Probably the same.
Can I give you my real overreaction?
Yes.
Randy Vasquez is here.
Why?
Randy Vasquez sat 95. He still shows off 7 different pitches. The sinker got up to was sitting 96.
You're a sucker for different pitches.
I mean, it's tough to get in the box when you don't know what's coming at you.
One of your guys who throws a lot of pitches stunk it up this weekend.
Which one?
Mike Burrows.
Yeah, he got crushed.
He looked not good.
I don't even think he had that many pitches. Doesn't he have like 4 or 5? Vasquez is like 7. Like
Seven's a lot.
He throws tons of junk right there. I think the cutter got to 90 as well. Like he was giving different looks both sides of the plate. Like I enjoyed the Randy Vasquez start. He was gross.
Yeah, I guess my other overreaction would be Nick Pivetta is not that guy. Nick Pivetta is not good.
I mean, he was like the most obvious regression candidate in baseball.
That's why I'm like, it's kind of a fake overreaction. We kind of knew it.
It's fun to be a Nick Pivetta guy because for 5 years I championed Nick Pivetta while I got pieced. 1 year it works out. Then the 1 year it works out, I'm like, actually he sucks.
Yeah. All right.
Wait for the guy to be good to say he sucks.
American League West, last division. Who do we want to start with, James? Seattle Mariners?
We can go Mariners.
Best offense in the American League.
Okay.
Just being able to see Luke Raley and Dom Canzone put out the offense that they've shown, if those guys hit, this lineup's unbelievable.
I mean, also, they did this whole weekend, and their best 3 hitters, in quotes, were terrible.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, imagine if they hit. How do they
feel like-
lose?
Canzone had extra juice because he was playing his hometown guards.
Of course, he's playing those guys. And
Those are his people.
Luke Raley hitting the ball hard all over the place. Like, love to see that because he really stunk last year. Brendan Donovan looks like a perfect fit. Is this just the best offense in the American League?
Brett Donovan did have a really good series. Mine was going to be the Mariners' 3 top starting pitchers are good enough to take them as far as they want to go.
It feels, it looks like it.
Like Logan Gilbert debuted like a new curveball variation. Like I shunned basketball on Saturday night to watch Brian Wu pitch against the Guardians.
That's your boy.
Locked into that. I so miss watching Brian Wu look pissed off every time he leaves the rubber. Good inning, bad inning, just mad. There was a great battle. It was Brian Wu versus Jose Ramirez. 6th inning, 3rd time around the lineup. Guy first, I want to say was 1 out. And these two were just cat and mousing the whole time. Wu was picking edges. Jose was taking tough pitches, a couple foul balls, and eventually Wu had to come with a breaker. He tried to backdoor him with 2 strikes. Too much plate. Jose rips it down the line. Next batter drives in Jose. Tie game just like that from 2-0. I was like, that's good ball right there.
That is good ball right there. That is good ball. Fun team, the Mariners. I love them.
They'll be good. They'll be a great 10 o'clock watch team.
Los Angeles Angels.
I got a good one here.
Don't steal mine.
I won't steal yours. I'll steal the essence of it, but then you can take the real one.
Okay.
Does this lineup fuck?
Okay.
This lineup is fun. This is like they were getting around this weekend.
And you know what I'll give the Angels credit for? They're going out there and they're taking their hacks. They're taking their cuts. They're not getting cheated. I respect that.
Nolan Shanuel, the bat speed.
That's huge. That's huge. You might, again, not wrong, James, just early to that Jacob Wilson, Nolan Shanuel bet.
Yeah, right. Zach Nello looks amazing at the plate. I mean, Oswald Peraza's hitting homers. Like this team is having fun out there. They're swinging the bats.
Mike Trout's back.
Back.
He's back. I mean, the balls he's been hitting, the at bats he's been taking. He's walked 6 times, and he also has 5 hits in 3 games. He's got on base 11 times in 15 plate appearances. He's a 733 on base. Again, extremely small sample. He might win the MVP. If he might just win the MVP. He might win the MVP at 34.
No, can we flip to the team they play this weekend, the Astros next?
Yes, real quick.
Yeah.
Logan O'Hoppe is not long to be on a Major League roster. He is maybe the worst defensive catcher in all of Major League Baseball I've ever watched.
I mean, it's the 70 coaches, so it's hard.
That's fair.
I mean, actually, his coach is a catcher, Kurt Suzuki, Mr. 1-year contract.
He's
but
horrendous behind the dish.
I want to do Astros.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over for you. They're done. They are going to fight with the Angels for last place.
They're just you think the A's are going to be that much better than them? Because we'll get to them in a sec. They look not so good either.
The pitching is never going to be good for them. But I guess this isn't fair to say they're going to fight for last place. They're definitely not. But they're done. It's over.
It's watching this team play. The juice is gone.
Mega gone.
Terrible. Also, Tatsuya Mai looked horrible.
Really bad.
It's funny. Like the backup slider did not really miss that many bats. He wasn't placing
Crazy.
the fastball. I mean, again, long way to go. Overreaction. But I was kind of hoping for Imai to be like come out of the gate hot and then fade. But watching this one, I was like, ugh. Like
it's the thing that I'll say. We're so smart at the Major League Baseball level, and it kind of goes back to like our Shota conversation that I had with you when I was being a hater, where it was like, there's not really a lefty pitcher that's like this small that throws like this and has a sweeper as a big pitch. I said, I think that's for a reason. I think there's a reason we don't see these lefty starters with the big sweeper. I think there's a reason we don't see this backup slider. It's not a good pitch.
Well, Shota, the splitter is a huge deal, and that's how he gets a lot of outs. But with Shota, like I saw all offseason, like the whole thing with him is going to be about the splitter and the fastball velocity. In the spring, we saw the fastball velocity tick up, and this start ticked up a little bit, but then it kind of ticked back down. But like I don't know I think he has to get above like almost 96 if he wants to really take a step. Imai, sorry, yeah. And Imai was mostly around 95. And like he's again that splitter too. Like I mean the slider, like it's just not.
You gotta have something horizontal, and a backup slider that basically is just dropping doesn't work.
But I mean, it can work a lot, and it can be a good thing for the lefties. But also, like I think the splitter's important for him. And I think he also has to put fastballs high in the zone. Like I don't know what a hitter's chasing out of the strike zone against Imai.
Why would you?
And that I think that could wind up being a problem unless you really have to react to a fastball sitting more like 97, and then you could tunnel those pitches a little bit better. But then you're still kind of two pitching. Then you kind of look like Gausman at that point. But like Gausman has when Gausman's command is good, he's elite,
and he still has the slider in his back pocket.
Gausman never throws the slider.
But
it's like
he could.
Not really. I think a hitter goes into that bat being like, you're going to look at this spot right here, and it's going to stay here or fall down.
It's better than Imai's. Imai's slider is useless to me.
I think Imai's slider is still definitely going to be a good pitch, but I think it's about how the fastball sets it up.
It helps. But
We'll
yeah,
see.
overreaction, but also might be the truth. Astros are done.
They feel cooked.
They might stink. Want to save our athletics for last?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, let's go Texas Rangers. What do you got there?
I'm so bored by this team.
Yeah, I mean, they are extremely boring.
I guess the overreaction is the opening day tradition. Mackenzie Gore took the step.
He did it. He figured it out. Mackenzie
It
Gore
happened.
is happening. I think that's kind of the only one you could have, right?
Or the overreaction is Jacob deGrom. We saw the one season. Now we're never going to see it again.
I mean, there's a chance. It's just
like that's kind of it.
Yeah, I mean, Mackenzie Gore looked phenomenal. Took a no-hitter, into the 6th, I think he took it into?
And Gore last year, a big thing that got him over the hump for like 2 months before he completely stumbled down the mountain once again is that he brought on a slider that was the bridge pitch between his really great high-riding fastball and his heavy dropping curveball. So when I say bridge pitch, I mean a pitch that kind of like its movement pattern was in between them, so it gave a little tough decision for the hitters in between those pitches. Threw a lot more in this game, so it feels like him just finding command of everything, but that pitch in general could be a big reason for him to take a step. And that Philly lineup is lefty heavy. Remember, he also did this to the Phillies last year in opening day.
I was going to say, didn't he? I was trying to look
struck
through the
out
game
14.
logs. I was like, wasn't he incredible against the Phillies?
Yes, because their best two hitters are lefties, and then you got to get out Alec Boehm.
Which, what a difficult task that is. Also crazy, Alec Boehm suing his parents. That whole thing is bizarre.
Honestly, I feel bad for Alec Boehm on that. Like that could be something that really impacts you on the field.
That's
to
what
deal
I'm
with that at
saying.
home.
This shit's weird. It's crazy.
Yeah. I feel the bottom of that Philly lineup looks rough. Besides Justin Crawford, he actually taken great plate appearances.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
And if it wasn't for like literally because Rangers won 2 out of 3, if I'm not mistaken.
2 out of 3, yes.
And Saturday I think was the one the Phillies won.
Yes.
But they won that on some complete fucking bullshit. Chris Martin came on with 2 on, 2 out, got a pop fly ball. Was that Adolis? Was Adolis? Jake Burger just botched it.
Yeah.
And then the Phillies went crazy. They came back from 3-0 after that rally.
Athletics?
Athletics have the worst pitching of any non-Rockies team in baseball.
Like, yes and no.
I don't know. Like, Severino went out there and looked decent. Morales tried to do it on Sunday. It was terrible. Like, this, I watched this team pitch, and I was like, the Blue Jays seem like they're just kind of toying with them.
I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this one, because I don't know how many guys are going to strike out this year. Like, how can I say they're going to strike out the least amount of guys, but also, like, knowing that that's not true?
They might have one of the worst ratios of strikeouts for a team pitching-wise to strikeouts of a team hitting.
Yeah,
Because
maybe
they as a team struck out a lot. So
Oh,
everyone talking about how many pitchers, how many guys the Blue Jays struck out this weekend, like setting all these first 3 games of a single season record. Those were the Athletics on the other side doing the striking out.
How about the fact that Jacob Wilson struck out 10% of the times that he did last year already? He maybe shouldn't have made a swing change.
Bat speed training for Jacob Wilson. So maybe this kind of thing, knowing yourself.
Yeah.
So last year, Jacob Wilson average bat speed 63.9. So far this year, 62.7. So it didn't really happen.
Wasn't he swinging harder in spring? Wasn't that a thing?
He was swinging harder in spring, but also very small sample. A couple like really bad swings like Swords, which usually get taken out of that bat speed data, can affect you. But it's this whole lineup this weekend again. I think the pitching is the thing that caught my eye. I still believe in the lineup too much to overreact on it, but they struck out a lot.
Yeah, they did strike out a lot. Shout out Shea Langoliers. Maybe that's the overreaction. Shea Langoliers, best catcher in baseball.
Do the Athletics also do a thing where whoever they feel their best hitter is, they just hit them leadoff?
I think so.
Because it was Nick Kurtz the first few games, and then it was Shea Langoliers on Sunday, and I think he didn't hit another bomb. I think he had a double or something, but he looks nasty.
He looks so good. He's a good ball player. Shout out Shea Langoliers, named because he was a Mets fan.
Yeah, so that was one chaotic overreaction for every team, half in jeopardy for him.
Yeah, you guys can let us know in the comment section which of our overreaction questions or answers that you liked, or maybe something that we missed. Don't forget to subscribe to the Windup over on YouTube if you're listening to us, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Drops a rating, drops a review, download, and subscribe. You can follow James on social media at
James Shiano.
And I'm Draft Nick Mark. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.